congratulations.
Oh, thank
on
you.
your directorial debut.
Thank you. I appreciate
Has
it.
directing, writing, producing, has that been an avenue you've wanted to pursue for some time?
Yeah, I mean, it's things do kind of happen organically because I've been acting for 11 years in the trenches and sort of using being in the trenches on movies as my film school because, you do have the option to go to your trailer. You're like, go to your trailer. We got an hour to set up, this shot. Or you can stay on set and go to film school, right. And ask questions and be respectful and sort of observe. And I've had a great time doing that and feeling. I come from a family of designers, so I have an opinion about what I like in terms of visuals, and I love actors so much. And so I think the combination, I've always been writing my whole life, so I just kind of combined everything organically together, and it felt like the right time. And with the help of the push of my agents, who sort of, after I submitted In a World to them, they said, hey, why don't you direct it? And so that's kind of how it started.
Excellent. Well, and Demetri, as an actor, is it refreshing to have another actor directing you? Is it a little bit more comfortable?
Especially someone who wrote it too. It was cool to be able to talk to kind of the author and say like, hey, I'm thinking this, is this right? Is this what you're going for in this scene? I think there's, for everything that it takes to do that kind of triple job, you gain a lot too. I think you lose a lot of time and like you have to be very smart with your energy and everything, but it's cool because there are shortcuts that you then get. It's kind of right from, the source, which is, it was great.
Well, and you're also an improvisational comedian.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of improv on the set? Did you feel like with the writer directing you, you had to kind of stick to her words, or did you have some freedom as well?
No, Lake is cool, and she's like, I think, respectful of everybody. A lot of the people, you guys have a lot of history with children's hospitals, so I think...
We don't actually improv, yeah.
But like you guys, people know each other's moves and stuff,
Yes.
so I think you get the scene, you hopefully get it down is what we did, and then, hey, we got some time, let's you want to try something? Yeah, great,
And the truth is, same with Children's Hospital, because now I direct Children's Hospital too, and here you are with this embarrassment of riches with improv comedians, and you just don't have the time to luxuriate in improvisation. So, sometimes when you have a smaller budget, you have a shorter, not that many days. We had 20 days on this movie, so when we would do a scene, we got to get it the way it's written first, and feel so good about that, and then move on and say, hey, let's do some takes that are just for us, and let's let it tumble, and and
it is weird, like what's funny on the day,
and
then what's funny when I mean
then when
in
you
the
get
edit
in there,
and then in front of an audience,
right,
you just kind of don't know. It's
exactly. You have, I think, in the movie, to be honest, the most improvisation, the nugget of improvisation that actually stayed in the final cut is Demetri and I when I go to your house. And he has a whole run about the light switches that you had a whole run that was
like
really
rigging
great.
the lights around the apartment.
Yeah, and it was just lovely, and it was the right thing, in the movie. But it's really interesting that you don't have the luxury to improvise as much if you have a written script that you need to shoot in your 20 days, and boom, you gotta move on.
Yeah. Well, and the last thing I wanted to ask you about was sort of the world this movie is set in, the voiceover world. Has that been something that's always sort of fascinated you? Yes.
I mean, I have always thought that voice as an instrument is sort of the ultimate actor's tool. It's, not only does it carry all this texture of what you've been through. I mean, you can hear, the airplanes in my voice right now. I mean, it just, it is this vessel of information, and I've been always very interested in it as a subject, and then as something to study in drama school, which I did, and then, even just in dialects and kind of being, I love the idea that you can be the blind voice. You can not be judged by what you look like, but you can be all these characters, and, it's sort of freeing.
Give me your best In a World.
In a World.
Excellent. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks so much, Lynn.
Thanks.